Hi, everyone. Welcome to this week's weekly live immigration attorney chat here with Immigration for Couples. I'm attorney Megan Pastrana, and I'm excited to be here with all of you today. We've taken a little bit of a brief hiatus just for a few weeks from Facebook Live, the 4th of July holiday, and then we've had so many clients that have had interviews scheduled both in the United States on the USCIS side and Department of State. And so I've been quite busy this month. I've been able to travel to quite a few different states in the US to represent clients at their immigration interviews. So had that brief hiatus, but we're back and we will be hosting our weekly live immigration attorney chats. Typically, we will host these on Tuesdays at 11 a.m. Eastern time, but due to schedule, we will oftentimes just move it to a different day. And if that happens, then we will put an announcement on our Facebook page. So if you're watching this on one of our other social media outlets like YouTube, we invite you to come on over to our Facebook page, Immigration for Couples, follow us, like us, so you can also participate in these weekly live chats live and we can answer any questions that you have during our live chats. So how do you register a foreign marriage in the United States? This question comes up a lot for couples who have gone through the spouse visa process. They were married in another country. You file your petition with immigration to show that you have a real relationship based on love, and you complete the spouse visa process to receive a green card, which ultimately will allow the couple to relocate to the United States to start their next chapter. And with that wedding that occurs in another country, a lot of times couples will ask, hey, we're here in the United States now. We've completed the process. We have our green card. We want to make sure that the United States recognizes our marriage, that we have a legal marriage. What is the process for doing that? And that's a great question. And that question comes, I know, because there's a lot of countries where you have to go through a process to register a marriage from another country if you want it to be recognized in that country wherever you're living. In the United States, though, there is no national registry. The United States doesn't require that you go through any formal process with a national registry to register your foreign marriage. In the United States, we recognize marriages in any state in the United States and any country in the world, so long as that marriage complied with the laws and the marriage laws of that location. In other words, as long as it was a legally binding marriage in that state or country, the United States will recognize it. So you'll want to make sure when you are going through a marriage process in another country or another state that you are ensuring that you are following the marriage laws of that country and that you're making sure that it is a legally binding marriage. Immigration, if you're going through an immigration process, immigration is looking for that as well. They will be looking to make sure your marriage license, your marriage certificate is one that complies with the marriage laws of that country to make sure that it is a legally binding marriage for you to be able to go through the spouse visa process or the adjustment of status process. And a good place to start just for a reference point is called the National Visa Center Reciprocity Table. And you can look at the general requirements of each country, marriage requirements for each country on that table. But you will have to do a lot of legwork and research in whichever country you're wanting to get married to ensure that you are in compliance and that it's a legally binding marriage. But again, the great news is there isn't a national registry. Once you get to the United States, if you have a legally binding marriage, it will be recognized in the United States and by immigration. The only caveat, the only time that it wouldn't be recognized is if it would be contradictory to US laws. So the example that I always give is polygamy. So if an individual is married to more than one person, that would not be recognized in the United States. So it has to be in compliance with the laws of the United States. And the Department of State has a really great resource as well that explains this information that I'm sharing with all of you. And then they also recommend that if you're wanting to record your marriage in the state in which you're living, you can reach out to the Attorney General's office to find out what the process is or if a process exists for recording that marriage. But there isn't a formal requirement. If you're married legally in another country or state, it will be recognized in the United States. So I hope that helps give you some clarity. All right. And again, for those of you who are just joining us, we're here for our weekly live immigration attorney chat. If you haven't already followed our Facebook page, please come over and follow us on Immigration for Couples Facebook page. And we also have a very robust free resource center on our website, immigrationforcouples.com. All right. And then I have a question here from Ava. Yeah, G28. Can you explain what that is? So a G28 is a form that I use all the time. If you have an immigration attorney for your case, the immigration attorney has to file an appearance. And that's something that happens in any case, really, be it immigration or any other area, family law, criminal. We always, as attorneys, have to file what's called an appearance that tells the court or tells immigration, I am the attorney on this case. I am representing this client. And on that G28, you have to sign that, and the attorney signs that. And that's what we file with our immigration cases for our clients. So immigration knows we are advocating for this individual. We represent this individual. You need to send communication through our office so we can review it and help our client to respond. So I hope that helps answer your question, Ava. Very great question. All right. I don't see any other questions here in the queue. So it was wonderful spending time with all of you here today. I hope that this was helpful. We will see you next week for next week's Immigration for Couples Facebook Live. Again, if you're watching this on the replay, just drop in a hashtag replay and let me know what questions you have, and maybe we can talk about those next week. All right. Take care, everyone. So if you are watching this on the replay, please do a hashtag replay and let me know what your questions are, because this channel, our Facebook group, and basically all of the social media content that we put out is because we want to provide you with support in your immigration journey. We know that the immigration process can be quite complex, and we want to provide couples with support, whether you're just starting out or you're in the middle of your immigration journey. And we have a free resource center on our website at immigrationforcouples.com, and you can check out that free resource center. We have a lot of great guides, downloadable charts, and even a free webinar.